Hey, happy Saturday. We're going to have Cashmere bring us in today. What's going on, everybody? Hey, come on. I just don't care what people have to say. Come on with it, y'all. People try to find a way to always take your peace of mind. Honey, yes, they do. Hating on you too. Because they just can't do the things you do. Yes, they do, honey. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having an excellent weekend. Honey, the Empress is in the building, honey. What's going on, Miss Shirley? I hope everybody's having an excellent weekend so far. It's kind of blurry. Hold on one second. I'm not sure why. From on my side, I see clear, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on. You might want to hit your F5 on your computer to see what's going on with that. Or I can do this. I can try to clean off this camera real quick. But I hope everybody is doing okay and well. I told you I was gonna be a rough week. Hold on one second. Let's see if we clean this off. All right, is that a little bit better? I may have touched it. What's up, Tish? You see me blurry too? I don't know why y'all seeing me blurry so much. You know, sometimes the internet has to get itself together before everybody can see it. You know what I'm saying? The internet sometimes, does this fuzzy thing, and then I'll come in slowly. So give it some time and let me know if it clears up over time. Okay? Much better? All right, that's good. That's good. All right. So I hope everybody's doing well. I made a couple of videos, and because I didn't have on the mask and everything, honey, y'all just said, let me get out the damn glasses, honey. Let me get my psychiatry classes out and try to analyze this bitch. What is going on with her? She ain't got no makeup on. What? I laughed so hard. I was like, wow. I am not depressed by a long shot. Like I said, I am an empath. Last week I felt the energy before it hit the people that is hitting now. Okay. And then I made a video about depression for people who have issues with depression. All right. All of us have. I don't believe anybody else is nobody's susceptible to having issues with depression. And like I told you, it's alarm of the soul that basically tells you something is wrong. Okay? Something's wrong. You're not happy, and you're not happy for a reason. And you have to find out what it is. People who are angry with, very deep anger issues, that's because anger is nothing but a shield that covers a very deep hurt. And until you realize that, you won't deal with it. Okay? So I am good, honey. What is up, Tracy, Athena, Precise is in the building, Miss Tanya, P.A., Lorena, Trish, and everybody up in here. What's going on? I hope everybody, like I said, is having a good weekend. He says, hello, Pi, you are wearing some red today. Yeah, you know what? I'm okay. I really want y'all to know I'm fine. I didn't have an issue with it. I was going back and forth on whether or not if I wanted to keep doing this show, because once you kind of get enlightened on a couple of things and you get rid of the garbage that you were carrying, it's like you are not the same person. I told y'all, I saw something that I can't unsee, and I'm glad I saw it. And some of the issues that I was having with myself, they were hard to look at. It was an ugly, ugly mirror. And once I forgave myself and forgave the other people, I'm a lot lighter. I feel a lot better. I can actually feel good about me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want y'all to think if I come on here with no makeup on, bitch going through some shit. It's not always like that. The other video that I took, I actually was in my backyard working and getting my yard ready for the winter by refertilizing the yard, y'all. Okay. And it was hot as fuck outside, and makeup and 90-degree heat do not mix. Okay? That shit don't mix. I literally don't be outside like some rich woman outside all in heels watering her fucking plants. No, that's not bad. I don't think it's you either. So What's up, K Drama? You understand? That's not me. I actually was pulling up weeds. That wasn't telling someone to pull up the weeds, girl. I was out there getting my stuff ready for the wintertime, doing the last fertilization before the winter comes for my babies so they can come back pretty next year. I know it has been a while, Miss K Drama. So while y'all all here, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about your girl, all right? And what y'all also have to understand is this is the mask that I wear for the world, okay? When y'all see me with no makeup on, that's who I truly am, okay? Everybody wears their masks when they come outside. But yet their mask can cover up them being very sad. Their mask can cover up a lot of things. You understand? On YouTube, I know that people tend to think or you give the impression because you watch them all the time that this is just how their life is. It's full of parties, it's happy, 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 and all that. No, it's not. I have the same issues that you have. I worry about my bills and everything else, baby. I sit up there, get pissed off, want to kick a few goddamn rocks down the street, and few people with that, of course. You understand? But at the same time, I just handle it a little bit differently. I told you, I used to go to work just like this and be dealing with some serious shit at home. And I know I'm not the only one who does that. I know a lot of y'all strong women inside this chat actually put on a face and y'all can have all hell breaking loose behind you and nobody knows what's going on. And that's even worse for somebody who used to manage people. I'm not a Karen. And if I got shit, hella shit going on behind me at home and I still come to work with a smile on my face, you know what? Y'all need to be thanking God because a lot of people don't. Okay, a lot of people come and kick everybody's ass at work because they got issues. All right. So I want y'all to know I was fine. You know, like I said, our girls got out their glasses, like, let me analyze this bitch here. Sit on my couch, Pat. What's going on? What's going on? What's happening? So while y'all all are here, I did watch the conclusion of The Devil Judge with his fine ass, y'all. And I'm also still watching his other drama called Kill Me, Heal Me. Ah, that show is so good. But you know what? You got to ask yourself, you going crazy when you are sitting up here wondering how the other personality in the same in the same body is going to handle him dealing with his woman that he's in love with. The one personality is in love with the doctor, and the other personality is falling in love with the doctor. And you like, oh God, what's the bad boy gonna do? Like, you're going crazy too, because it's like the same motherfucker. Come on now, stop it. You understand? So at the end of the day, this is a really, really good show. I want y'all to check out Kill Me, Heal Me. I'm going to do a review on that once I finish it up. Like I said, I have had my head in books for the week, and I got a chance to start. What is that? Love. What the name of this video? I think Lovers in the Red Sky of the Red Sky. That one I am just getting into. Yeah, then you said you want the earrings, honey, on Amazon. You can find them. They are not there. You can get them too, girl. It says you're not the only one doing. It says, are you not gonna do lives anymore? You know what? I was going back and forth, and then it took one of the main men, Ms. Berner, who said, Pat, your lives actually help a lot of people. So I actually sat back and I thought about it, and I said, you know what? I don't want to leave people hanging like that. And I do want to help people, and this might be a way of helping people because you all know I do reviews a little different than most reviewers. I actually connect them with things that are happening in most people's lives or make you think about some things too. And I think the reason why a lot of people like me as a reviewer is because I bring it down to earth. I'm not staying within the show itself, but I make you think about some things a little bit. And when Ms. Verna said, Pat, you know what, I think you need to do it. You can still help people and stuff like that. But the reality is that a lot of us have to accept some things about the people in our lives. You understand what I'm saying? You have to accept that if a man left you with a child, he didn't know what he was doing. He didn't. And you can't be angry with him because he didn't know. Even though in most people's books, and they're like, he didn't know I was gonna be going through all this hell and worrying with these kids. He didn't know what he was doing. Because if he was in his true self, he would have stayed. If he would have loved himself and loved you and loved those babies, he would have stayed. Try to figure it out. You understand? So I had to come to grips with that truth. You understand what I'm saying? I had to come to grips with how harsh my mother brought me up as a person. You understand? Being the oldest child. She didn't know what she was doing. I didn't come with no damn instructions. She didn't know I needed a few more hugs than others. And you know what I did as a response to that? I became very hard-hearted. You understand? You close yourself off and you become this another creature, and that's not a good thing for you or your soul. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I look at some of these dramas, and what we have to understand is these dramas are all healing all of us because you see yourself in these dramas. And that's how I come as a reviewer. I see myself in these dramas. And these dramas are helping me grow. It's helping me see, the what is her name? The Sue Jin in me. Because some of us bitches got some Suzanne's in us, okay? We do. Not as bad as that bitch up in heaven causing problems, but we got some Suzanne issues. We do. Some of us don't know how to let go of relationships. And we are just like Suzanne with that shit. Well, we grew up together. Why can't we be together? Why can't you understand I love you? And this motherfucker like, I don't fuck with you. Why can't you get that through your head? But you can look at eternal love and that's Suzanne and you can judge her, can't you? She shouldn't have done that. He don't want her. Why can't she see it? Well, why couldn't you see it in your shit? See, them ugly truths that we don't want to admit about ourselves that we see in these Chinese dramas. Okay? So I need y'all to you know what I'm saying? Before you start criticizing some of these villains, because honestly, out of all of the Chinese, out of most dramas that I watch, and not just Chinese dramas, but also your regular stuff that you might like. I like the villains because the villain story is a hell of a lot more interesting than the heroine story. Even though you're on the heroine side, it's the villain that is usually misunderstood. And you can also be misunderstood, and many people think you're a villain in their life. Okay? Now let's keep it 100. The people who don't talk to you no more, at some point they found something about you that created this villainism, and that's the reason why y'all don't get along. It's very true. So you got to kind of look at the bad characters and see yourself. You understand? Just like inside of Eternal Love, the cousin that slept with Lu Jin or whatever his name is, Li Jin. How many of y'all wanted somebody that somebody else had from afar? You liked him. He didn't see you. He couldn't. He wouldn't have noticed you from a bug in the wall. You understand? On the wall. But you got them feelings the same way that young lady did. Except she went a whole nother realm, which is pretend to be somebody that she wasn't to sleep with this man. But some of y'all done did that though. Y'all pretended to be somebody that you wasn't to get who you was trying to get to. And the shit didn't work out. You understand? That's the reason why you watch that character and be like, this bitch stupid. Because at some point in time, you was that stupid bitch. That's why I like these shows, because I know that about myself. I might not want to sit up there and admit it to anybody. Okay? But I know I played her before. And you get to see where it takes you, because guess what? And once upon a time, you was laying in the bed, rolling back and forth, looking at your phone to see whether or not this motherfucker gonna call you back. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't win as far as they had a baby, and the motherfucker don't care about you or the baby. They'd rather not even deal with you altogether or the child because of you and your crazy shit. That's the reason why you watch these. Because it's giving you a mirror back in your face. Now, some people watch them and say, none of this shit like me. Okay. But for me, I watch and I see different things, even with some of the villains that are out for themselves. You see them same people on your job, your manager, that bitch, she can turn your ass in a hot New York minute. just to climb up the ladder. If you in her way, she gonna step on you. Okay? You see these people every day. But what I also learned is how to deal with these people. Every once in a while, I might do a daddy wall just to hold my peace. I might stand and look out my window with my hands behind my back, trying to think of not how to choke this motherfucker. You understand? We learn things off of these things, and we really don't realize it. Okay, I never forget watching Autumn Contralto with what is that, Vanessa Wood, when the girl was running away because, for whatever reason, and this boy was running after because he was in love with her. He's also terminally ill. Ran out the hospital trying to get this girl, saying, "I love you." Mama came in the midst and messing things up. The girl went packing. He's running down the street after this girl's car. She see him in the rear mirror, and she don't tell the man to stop nothing. The man gets stabbed. And then he's already sick, and he gets stabbed there and then dies. I was through with that bitch. I couldn't watch that show no more. Every time they shot her up, I was like, I want to hurt her. 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 Even after they get back together, I still had an attitude with this woman. And you have to ask yourself, why? Why would you have attitude? Because you hold grudges. Because you couldn't have been as big as Vanessa Wu as that character and took that person back. I don't give a damn if the kid was sitting there or not. I'm petty. I'm Queen Petty. I am not taking this bitch back. In fact, every time I see her, I'm going to try to do something to her. I'm going to hurt her feelings. I'm going to do all kinds of stuff. That's how you felt. And I had to realize that was my problem. My heart has been hurt in that level, not to the point of getting stabbed and messed up on the street, but it's been hurt and completely thrown away like that. And that's the reason when I saw it playing out in front of me, there's no damn way in hell I was going to be able to forgive you. Couldn't have forgave that. But I had to realize that's my issue. So when we watch these dramas, we tend to judge, but some of us don't look at it and see ourselves, the bad side of ourselves. We see the good side. We like the good characters, and we do, and the characters are good. But at the same time, you learn something from all of the characters that's inside of it. You understand? Even with Simi inside of Eternal Love, did you see how he was telling everybody, let this play out? Don't interfere. Don't keep trying to interfere. But even though people did not always listen, pretty much Simi was right. He understood that this situation would work itself out. And he would try to go to the different gods and say, hey, just step back. I know it's going to be hard for you to watch this, but you got to let certain things happen. You know what I'm saying? So I look at those types of things, and those types of things are what helped me get to the point of where I am, where I can forgive mom, dad, you know what I'm saying? My daughter's father. All these people, now imagine these people are passed on to another life, but I was still carrying that anger. So at the end of the day, these Chinese dramas brought me to a place where I can deal with my shit. So I don't have to be depressed no more. So I don't have to sit up here like, why am I so sad? I don't know why I'm sad. Everything's okay. Why am I so sad? You're sad because you are not dealing with certain things that's going on with you, you know? Says, I know he has a new drama, honey. So back to what y'all came here for. I'll get off my rant because, like I said, we do judge a lot of people, and we don't know the whole story about things. And that's the other thing about watching Chinese dramas. You, as the viewer, get to see the whole story. These characters do not know the whole story, just like you in your real life. You don't know the whole story about all of the different people that you have this issue or this situation with, and how they're seeing this situation with you. But in a Chinese drama, we get to see all sides of it, and that's why we're able to make our judgments. Do you understand? But you don't have that luxury in real life. But you can, if you choose to be open enough and sit your ass down and keep your pot, the top on your hot head pot, to be able to listen to somebody else's side of it and how they see it. And even if you don't agree, You can agree to disagree. And then at the end, this is something that I think God wants all us to do is to forgive each other and really forgive it. We mean forgive it, don't look back at it, don't bring that shit back up. You understand what I'm saying? That's like going back and smelling, smelling stinky drawers. Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's in a dirty clothes bag. Why are you just going, you know you bought that shit. Why are you going back to see if it smells even worse? You're not going, a clean person is not going to go back and do a double take. Okay? But at the end of the day, when you do forgive somebody, let the shit go. Really let that shit die. Tombstone that shit and move on. That's what we don't do. We don't do tombstone things. We keep it going. And that's where the problem lies, because a person, you said you forgave me for this, but you bring this shit right back up. Now, if the person is doing this shit repeatedly, then I understand. But if it left you alone and the next time you get mad at them, you bring the shit back up, you did not tombstone that shit. You using that shit as motherfucking artillery. Okay? And you got to check yourself about that. So those are things that I get out of Chinese dramas. Okay? I get the upsetment. I get the love. And I think all of us want to be in love. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. I think everybody wants this unconditional love that we feel does not exist, but it does. But it starts in you first. It starts in you first. People say, oh, you can't give nobody what you can't give. Okay, that's a nice, cute little cliche fucking statement. But do you really know what love is? That's the question. I got a different definition for love than you may have. All of us are very different. You understand? Some of us might need lots of hugs and kisses and cuddling, and others of us may need a kiss once in a while, and we good. You understand? We ain't into all that squishy shit. That shit just like, yeah, I feel funny, I feel strange. Okay, it's cute now, but you're making me hot. You understand? And I'm not hot in a good way. You understand? It feels bothersome to me. And everybody's love is different. You see that with your kids. You got one kid that they cool, they I'm good, man. High five you. And the other one may be all around your neck all day, every day. Like, good Lord. Jesus, would you just stop? Damn, how much love do you need, little person? And you understand? Everybody's love is different. And some people's love doesn't even consist with feeling or touching somebody. Some people's love just consists of you listening to them. I lie. Okay? So I am looking at a lot of things about these, and I finally realized it. And I am very thankful for whoever wrote Eternal Love. I'm very thankful for some of the most powerful, some of the really beautiful dramas that these directors have made that made a serious dent in my life. Serious impact on me. You know what I'm saying? To bring me to a certain point. But I think a lot of us need to stop judging each other. I really do. And we misjudge each other, because a perfect example, how many of y'all actually heard the story of Mary Magdalene? Everybody knows that she was a hooker, right? She was the superhead of her time. Quiet as kept. Now, who knows who Superhead is? Put a 1 in the chat if you know who Superhead is of our time. If you know who Superhead is of our time, put a 1 in the chat. Superhead has slept with all the, famous guys, black guys, basketball players, all of that. Well, she was the superhead of Jesus Christ's time. And the crazy part about it is that you didn't know her backstory. Her backstory is that she was a pretty child that was molested. Her father used to, molest her, have sex with her, which was that due to her child's head messes it up. She found a guy that she liked and married him. And when she made the mistake of telling him what happened to her what happened between her and her father, he, in his mind, for some reason, started to punish her by beating her every day. She got away from him, or he either threw her out into the street and things like that. And of course, when somebody tells you my dad used to do this to me, people are, what's dad gonna say? I never did nothing to her. And people tend to what? Believe the dad. She's just lying. She's a lying little girl. She's a little slut. You understand? That's what they do to children who are abused that way. So with her being in a time where men needed to take care of women. Women just couldn't be by themselves, and how I am and living on my own as a single woman, taking care of myself. During her time, she needed a man to take care of her. So that's the reason why people went and got married. Now, she didn't have nobody like that. And wasn't nobody trying to deal with a woman who had already been spoiled since dad, okay? They wanted virgins when getting married. So she was pretty much done. She didn't have a way of making no money. And you know, when your mind is messed up, when you've been a rape victim, I have been there. You tend to think, well, since this is all they want is the body, then I'll give them the body. And since I'm pretty and beautiful, then I'm gonna be amongst the, you know, the creme de la creme. I'm not just gonna be on any street corner, baby. I'm gonna be the creme de la creme hoe on the block, okay? So what she was is that she was around the Roman soldiers, the big Roman captains. They was all getting it in with her and paying her for her services. And so were some of the Pharisees that were in the church. And when Jesus was around, when they was trying to catch him up, they threw her out there when she was with one of their boys and said, we caught her in the very act, committing adultery. What you say about adultery? We ought to throw, stone her to death. Now all of these dudes that brought her to them was the same dudes that all paid to be with her. Okay? And Jesus knew that, because Jesus was like, hey, men talk. What men do you know do not gossip as much as women do? I know they do. I used to be the only chick in the crew, and I would tell you as a witness, men gossip more than women, especially about women. Especially about women they don't give a shit about. The women that they don't talk about are the women they got to pay for. And then the ones that they got to pay for that ain't like Mary Magdalene, they keep their fucking mouth shut, okay? Like they wives, they don't talk about their wives. But the bitches on the side, oh, they talk about them. Trust and believe that. I done heard some shit. And I'm like, if your wife knew what the fuck I just heard, I don't think you'd be married right now. But men do talk. And of course, Jesus is a man. I'm quite sure he's sitting in the synagogues listening to these other Pharisees, which are other preachers sitting up here like, you was with who? Yeah, man, she did me like this, man. I can't believe it. She made me touch the stars. You understand what I'm saying? Now, Jesus, everybody said, oh, he put their names in the dirt. No, he didn't. He was just biding time. He actually thanked God while he was down there just playing around in the sand that he found Mary for this moment, okay? And that if it's her will, he wanted her to follow him so she don't have to do this no more. That's what he was doing when he was talking on the ground. He stood up and said, which one of y'all who committed sin with her is going to be the first one to throw the stone? Which one of y'all, without sin, with her, gonna throw the first stone? Now, imagine it's a group of people looking at this shit. They done brought up a whole bunch of people like, what the fuck is going on? What's going on here? Now, you know, with men who've been with the same bitch, and they all know, and the people around who may not know about this little game that they play with Mary are all listening now. And if they throw a stone, that means they're gonna trick. And somebody gonna trick somebody. Man, you know damn well you was with her ass last week with me and Tony. You understand? So nobody threw a stone because they did not want to put on blast their own shit. That's how that went. Now, in the Bible, they made it all woo-woo, and everything, but they didn't give you that backstory. That backstory can be found in the Nag Hammadi. But those are the plain and precious things that were taken out of it. But you'll look at that story a lot differently, because I know women like that today. I know women like that they ain't on no street, but they all about, you know what, if he gonna give me that cash, girl, then it is what it is. They gone in here. They dead in here. They heart don't, it's ice cold, baby. It's a fridge. And it's about survival for them. And they ain't gotta be on no street corner. But believe it or not, Jesus took the time to handle her situation and bring her up out of that. Okay? And say, don't do this no more. We'll help you out. Whatever you need with money and stuff like that. He told his boys, look, y'all give her some money, y'all give her some to eat. She gonna hang out with us. Make sure she, keep an eye on her. As long as she got some money, I'm quite sure she's not gonna go back to that shit. And that's how that went. But everybody tries to make it seem like it was something else that was real, woo-woo. And it was just something plain as that. I know women like Mary Magdalene today, and we turn our nose up and say she a hoe and she doing that because I told y'all myself. I had a friend we went on a trip. She over here doing selling some cookie, and I don't want to be associated with that. But at the end of the day, I don't want to be associated with that. I don't want nobody to think, well, you with your girl over here, y'all want to get to. No, that's on her. She over here selling cookies. I'm not selling cookies. My bakery is closed, okay? But you can go ahead over there and do what you need to do. I'm not going to judge her and her shit, okay? But that ain't my bakery, all right? But at the end of the day, that's about judging situations and people and villains in a story. And when you don't have the backstory, you tend to judge harshly people. Stop doing that. Because somebody somewhere is judging you harshly at this minute about some shit that may have went down in a situation where people blew up, people got in an argument, and they don't know where you're coming from. All they see is their side and how you look to them. They don't know your side. And if they did know your side and listen, maybe a little different. Maybe go a little differently. You know what I'm saying? So let's say other words. Let's bring down the judging a little bit. Now, back to the devil judge. Perfect example. Our judge. Man, I couldn't believe that last episode. Couldn't believe the last episode. That bug-eyed bitch, y'all. She had a bad background too. Okay, she was abused and everything, and you saw her background and how it built up. But the reason why she did what she did to the devil judge is because that was a love unrequited. So since the devil judge hurt her as a child, she liked him, and as an adult, he still wasn't fucking with her because he knew what kind of mind this bitch had. She had a problem. And she held a secret that was so painful to him. And this is the reason why I don't like people who don't tell the truth about things. Because when the truth gets in the wrong person's fucking hands, then you're going to have a problem. Because when they tell it, it ain't going to come out the same way as you telling it. You ever had one of them vindictive ass friends that if they get a hold to a little bit of information about you, baby, whoo, see, they just throw it out there in such a nasty and ugly way that everybody's going to be like, oh my God, really? Did you do that? You know what I'm saying? And it might not be that situation. And in this situation with the judge, he did not want his little niece that was in a wheelchair to know that she killed her parents. What adult would want a child to know that? At some point, yes, let's have that conversation, but you don't bring it out like that. Because you don't know what that's going to do to the mind of a child. She accidentally set the church on fire that killed her mother and father. And the reason why the devil judge was doing what he was doing is because he saw how these people really were. And he wanted to punish them for it. Okay? Now, he had already gotten into the motion of it. He knew the truth of the matter, but these people were evil any damn way. Look what they did. They released a virus on the people and made them sick in the middle of the world in a pandemic, and then they gonna actually try to release another variant to make other people sick just so they can stay in their places of power and money. That's what everybody was kind of disgusted at, and he was disgusted at. You all are taking people's lives and playing with them like they fucking, blocks, like kids' blocks, and you're destroying people. You understand? And he felt like there was no other way to get them but to rise into their circles and then, eliminate them all, which he was quite right. But that bug-eyed bitch did that shit. I was through. I was through with her. I'm like, why is it the devil judge did not tell his niece that? I don't understand. But I get it. She's already handicapped. She misses her dad. She misses her mom, and it's like, what's best? You as a person, you're sitting up here thinking, what's best to handle this situation, and you think you handle it right, but actually you handle it wrong, and then you turn around and somebody else gets that information and they put it out there bad, and that's the reason why he was so done. I felt him when he was screaming, they was holding him. I felt him, and when they put his ass in jail, I'm like, oh baby, jail. I was through. But I knew he was gonna be all right. But as the story goes on, when all of these people are in that room congratulating themselves and all this other stuff, I was at a point. Well, first of all, it came together how this young boy, the young judge, actually finds out he was being profiled and targeted because he looked like the devil judge's brother. And all the help that he received was to catch up the devil judge. And that's something you have to watch, because some people may target you and pick you, and you think, oh, they're picking me. They're picking you to fuck up somebody else. I have been done like that on jobs. You pick me so you can kick somebody else's ass that you don't like out the door, and you're using me as your weapon to do it. Or you put me in a position where me and this bitch gonna be head to head because you want something else done, and you don't want to be the hand. You don't want to dirty your hands up, so you put me in that position to dirty your hands. That's what most. That's what most people, owners, do with managers. They tell you, "I want this person gone." Why? I just don't like her ass. It's just not working. I just don't want her here. Figure out a way to get rid of her. And they are keeping their hands clean and using you to do their dirty work. I've been done like that. Why they sit in their office with the door closed and act like they don't know what's going on, and they're the ones who orchestrated this shit. That's what happened with this. They put that boy there to put doubt or either soften up the judge so they would be able to do what they wanted to do with the devil judge. And I was like, ain't that a bitch? And when the boy finally figured out what was going on, he was like, this shit bigger than me, because I knew something was up with that Supreme Court justice. I'm like, ain't nobody this fucking true blue Odie in a country where you're sitting up here looking at all this shit is going on, and you mean to tell me you think your laws are working? I'm like, are we in the same fucking universe, bro? He thought he was going to be able to control that guy. And also with his girlfriend, you understand, they used her hot-headedness and her gun-ho-ness against her, if you paid attention. But says, oh, I'm glad to see you back. Oh, to your beautiful diva self. Girl, I'm always the same person. This ain't nothing but paint, girl. What's up, Cynthia? But that's what I'm saying. I saw all of that, and I was like, wow. This stuff happens in the corporate world every day. Pit somebody against each other so they can bump heads. And you bumping heads, and you don't even know why you bumping heads, because somebody else wants to see you fight. What's up, Yellow? You understand? So that in itself got me. And then when he got everybody in that room and put all the bombs in that bitch, that gave me such euphoria. I was like, get they asses, baby. And old girl, the bubble lad chick, she was good. I had to say that one part where she shot our president, the loudmouth dude, our Asian Trump, our Korean Trump. She told me, just shut up. I was like, bitch, you made Best Actress of the Year for me. When she got them together in that office and told her, you shut up and stand over there by the flag. Okay? Just shut up. I was like, yes. Because he forgot. He got to be some kind of, he got really crazy with this. With the patriotism and stuff like that. And his wife was basically telling him, honey, what the fuck is you talking about? We're here for the money. Get back down here with the rest of us. You in the stratosphere somewhere. What the fuck is wrong with you? He thought he was doing something. He literally got this, God syndrome going on with him. And everybody else is like, bro, that's not what we're here for. We're here to get this cash. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. You need to go stand over there by the flag and shut the fuck up before you get hurt. And that's basically what our girl said. I have to say she had some parts in here that she was truly, utterly the definition of a bad bitch. Okay? She was the utterly definition of a bad bitch. Because she wanted for me when she told that motherfucker to stand in the corner, shut the fuck up and be quiet. And when she shot his ass, I was like, yes, honey, go ahead and get it. I love that part, but I also love the fact that he got everybody that was a part of this little small crew. And that's what people tend to forget about our government. Our government is a bunch of people in a small room just like that. Evil as fuck, selfish as fuck, greedy as fuck. Making decisions for you and I every day. And they don't care how it's going to affect somebody else's life. And me personally, that's the reason why people in this world are truly depressed. Because you have a small group of people making these types of decisions that are the likes of them creatures that was in that room. But when you saw something, motherfuckers bleed just like your ass. Don't nobody want to get blown up in no motherfucking bomb. Okay? Don't nobody want to get blown up in an explosion. They on the floor. Spend my life. But when they are in control, they literally think that the things and their money can save them. Till somebody got a gun in your face. Then you realize these are just people. And that's what's wrong with the average American. We don't realize these are just regular motherfuckers like you. Walking down the street, get up, put on pants the same way you do, put on shoes the same way you do. Why are you sitting up here literally trusting them to do what's right by you and yours and your friends and family and everybody else that's in the world, and not think they gonna think of themselves first? That's why I tell you, I don't get caught up in politics. That's an opera. That K-drama, Devil Judge, literally showed you in so many words that this is what's happening to you right now in your country, and you don't even fucking know it. And there's no devil judge there that's going to make these motherfuckers do the right thing, because there was no making them do the right thing. They were determined to do their own thing. And the devil judge was like, the only way that this shit going to get out of here, that we're going to clean up all of this evil and all this bullshit, is that these motherfuckers got to go. Okay? And I loved it. That man's acting in this I'm sorry, G's song. Y'all know that man was a married girl. He would totally have a black girlfriend in me. I loved him in this. Perfect attitude, perfect acting. There was nobody else I can see, honestly, if they brought another actor and said this is going to be a Devil Judge season 2, and he was not the Devil Judge. I'm sorry. I couldn't watch it because he brought it. He fucking brought it. All right. Hands down. The young little guy, he was a good actor. He did some powerful scenes, but he was nothing compared to our judge. Okay. But like I said, they hit some serious parts. And when he blew them motherfuckers up in there, I knew he had to have a way out. There was no way. He didn't even have the personality of a person that would do suicide. Yes, our judge would choke the shit out of you. Yes, our judge would do some dirty shit to you. Yes, he would do some borderline schizophrenic shit, but I knew he wasn't the type that was going to take his life and just kill everybody in the room as well as himself. I knew he had a way out. He wasn't going to leave his niece. So that's the reason why I knew he wasn't gone. And when they showed him come back up and basically he took his niece to get the hell out of there, you know what I'm saying? And this way, honestly, if he's free from being in front of the camera, he's actually free enough to be able to do things in the background to some of these powerful people. You see, he said, "You are gorgeous, no cow, no cigarette, can't come as well." Thank you, I appreciate it. It says, Judge King is going underground to clean up the remnants. G is going to remain above. And that's good. That's what I'm saying. I love that. That would be a good spin-off to this. And the judge knows enough about that area of law and all the key people that he can do that. That's the only way you can get rid of evil, is that you can't always be in the office right next to them. Sometimes you got to be in the shadows doing things. And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't see you on your Discord. I'm in the shadows watching y'all. Quiet as kept. Okay, and it says, what a beautiful spiritual message you're sharing, spiritual elevating to us today. It's a magical. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I'm gonna put 2021 because I do not know what that is saying. 2001. But on to the next drama that I was watching, and that is The Lovers in the Red Sky. I think this is going to be a great Korean drama. I really do. I really think it's going to be good. It's got good villains. It's got a good story with inside of it. I loved how they're dealing with the fantasy and the reality in it. I am loving our how our actors, they show them as children and who they're going to be now. Inside the second episode, there's only 2 episodes uploaded, so I really can't get into it very much with you. But basically, there is a spirit that is inside of one of the kings inside of Joseon. They take this spirit out and put it into a painting. This particular spirit basically doesn't want to go into a painting. You have a shaman woman who's an evil bitch. I can tell by her makeup she was up to fucking no good. You understand? And want to keep her job, want to keep her position. So a bitch gonna do some dirty shit. Okay, and she does. She keeps it together for the ritual, but the ritual goes south later on, and this demon gets caught in this picture, and as this demon is going into the picture, it curses the people that are there as well as the country for a while. But of course, there's always good in the mix, baby. And good has to be able to balance it out. So you see this situation where there's a child, and this child ends up being blessed, but this child also ends up losing her eyes, you know what I'm saying, as a part of the curse of one of the painters that painted this picture to keep the demon inside of it. There's a male shaman that is in this, that's a part of the royal court, and he has a son, and his son, to a certain degree, grows up to have a spiritual gift. Now, of course, the only way they put this demon up, 9 years later, kids grow up. They jealous each other because one brother's gonna be crown prince and the other one says this should have been mine. It already started at motherfucking 12 years old. It's like, God damn, can't y'all still be outside playing with toys and shit? And that's because all of these women being with one man, and they got different mamas, and some don't have different mamas, but they make a difference in the children because one is going to be crown prince and the others are just going to be princes. Instead of them having this loving relationship amongst brothers, like how I love in the Quinn dynasty, that regardless that they fighting over that throne, them boys were brothers and they were very close. They trained with each other, they loved each other, and then you just had some that was just determined just to be fucking assholes over throne, and some that just didn't give a fuck about the throne because they weren't born in the right succession. So what difference does it make? But they turn around and get inside these little cliques against family. And I said, damn, why does it sound like my family? You got cliques in your family, y'all. Y'all do. Y'all got aunties you fuck with, uncles you don't, aunties you mess with, and some aunties like, look, y'all going to our house, I will not be there. Okay? It's just like that in regular families. So it's a good story so far. I like where it is going. It's getting to be real with, and you're getting to see how the villains are lining themselves up in this drama. So if you get a chance, check out Lovers in a Red Sky. That is something that I am going to look at. And like I said, the one that as they bring it up, and I'm glad that just came out because I really want to go back to Kill Me, Heal Me. I got a crush on Jisung. I'm sorry. I fell in love with him, the Devil Judge, just like I fell in love with Vincencio. So a lot of his stuff, anything that they're got, I want to watch, and I want to watch them as actors. So that's the show today, ladies. I hope you guys are doing well. And like I said, I'm fine. All right. If I make a video sometime without no makeup on, it's just that sometimes I don't want to put all this shit on. You understand? Especially if it's 90 fucking degrees outside. You are not gonna catch me outside melting. Okay, looking like a church lady from down south with melting face. I'm not that chick. I am not that chick. And anybody that's ever been to church know what I'm talking about. When you go to churches down south and the women have all that makeup on, it's hot to the motherfucker, and you just see it just caked down. Nah, you're not gonna catch me messed up. I will definitely be without makeup on days like that. And that was the day that I videotaped that. It was hot as hell. He said, I know the scared of damn baby shit is scared the shit out of me. I wear a lot of waterproof shit, but sometimes that heat we were dealing with last week was not your normal type of heat, y'all. Some of my plants outside got cooked from the inside. I've never seen that before, y'all. And then the heat, it's like the heat was penetrating through the walls of the house and just sitting in the house, even with the air conditioner. I went to air conditioner, like, is this thing blowing any cool air? So, you know what I'm saying? We got some global warming going on and some new type of heat that's happening here that nobody's talking about. We'll probably hear about that next year or whatever. And like I told y'all last week, I felt the energy of what was about to happen before it happened. And as you can see, what's happening in New Jersey and New York, look, and these insurance companies, I told y'all what they was going to do. All them expensive pre-cars, all them expensive Teslas and shit, they telling these people, you ain't got flood coverage. They not paying for those people's stuff being destroyed because, quote unquote, it's an act of God. So you got to understand, when I have them moments, that's when it's too much. And I mean, it's a lot of people that's still without electricity down in Louisiana. People are going to be without electricity for 30 days. So even if they did stay throughout the storm, they can't stay in them houses, honey. You ain't got no water. You ain't got no lights. Ain't nowhere got any food. Everywhere is destroyed. Bad situation. Oh, hey, Natalie, what's up? Okay, greetings from Brazil. We got Brazil in the house. We have all kinds of people everywhere. And then I'm kind of feeling for Australia right now, because if you don't get your air conditioning unit, they're not allowing you to shop and things. And I'm like, wow, or even venture outside your home. So I was like, whoo, this is getting deep over there in Australia. So for some of my viewers that are in Australia, like Sammy and things like that, I'm going to pray for y'all over there. You understand? Because Mr. de Blasio sat up there and made a decree, and then God made a decree and shut down his whole damn city. Now, ain't nobody going to the gym. Ain't nobody doing shit. Y'all swimming. Okay, I'm like, he making everything busy, so I don't know what's going on. It said I saw one of the cities. It says I saw one of the cities in China installing all air conditioning worldwide. Yeah, I'm calling something else because of YouTube the air conditioning units. Okay, so if you get what I'm talking from now, you get it. But yeah, it's getting deep out here. And then the other situation is that y'all know the FDA, one of the head scientists from the FDA, she quit. They said she retired. But why would you retire as one of the top positions in the United States? You're not old. Why would you quit? And she's quitting over the situation of them not being able to find out whether or not the not having enough information to do a booster, because of the fact that the booster has not been studied enough for its efficacy and safety after taking the initial air conditioning unit. So in order, and they really don't want to give you a new air conditioning unit because they're still studying the first one. And because Biden's administration wants to appear that they're got their hands around this air conditioning situation that they want to push forward a new and improved unit. And they're saying that we're not ready for that unit just yet. We haven't got the studies back. And this is becoming politicized because he put a date on it by September 20th. You can get another, air conditioning unit. And then FDA is like that. No, you just can't do that. And a couple of other top scientists resigned or retired early because of this. So y'all be careful with the air conditioning, getting the new air conditioning unit improvement. All right. Please do, because like I said, and they don't have anybody to take this woman's place neither. There's no air behind her that's qualified as her to take her place. You know what I'm saying? In researching air conditioning situations like ours. So beware, be informed, please read. See, that's the reason why a lot of people get upset with other people talking about this, is because most Americans don't choose to read. Most Americans want someone to tell you what's going on, and that's how you get your information. You don't want to read. But this is getting to be quite interesting, to be honest with you. And a lot of people are running out getting the new air conditioning unit, and they don't know how it's going to affect them. So they just be mindful that of those people have left. Yes. Yes, we're saying air conditioning unit, Miss Shirley. Okay, instead of the banks. Okay, so it's getting ready to get a little different. We got another hurricane on its way out inside of the Atlantic called Larry. A new air conditioning unit is showing up too. New and improved Mew. Okay. Yeah. Mew, the Mew air conditioning unit is showing up, and they say they're concerned about it, but the U.S. should not be too worried. When they say don't worry, worry. It's already here, y'all. Then when they start talking about it, that air conditioning unit is functioning quite well, and they just not telling you. Okay. So at the end of the day, we're still in a messed up situation. The jobs report came out. It was supposed to be all these jobs opening. They were expecting 700,000 jobs, 700,000 jobs to be added to the economy. Guess how many we had? 285,000. And they were all in areas of like fast food, shit that most people that went to school in wouldn't even look at. Okay. So with everything cutting off next week, I want everybody to stay prayerful. Don't worry, because there's worrying about it ain't gonna change shit. Okay. But things are getting ready to get real hairy around here, and a lot of people do not have any grounding at all. And a lot of things are getting hairy for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Money wise, the kids going back to school, you know what I'm saying? The air conditioning unit, you don't know whether or not if it's working or if it's spreading other, issues going on, if it's malfunctioning in that way. So, and that's the reason why you have a person with the air conditioning unit, and it chills everybody else, and then they bring that chill home to everyone and spread it. You don't know. So it's a lot going on right now, and it's hard to smile when it's going on, but I have found a space in me that I'm good. I'm okay. What will be, and what won't. So I will see you guys next Saturday, y'all. I hope you have a wonderful week. Those of you going back to work, I will pray that you stay safe and that you stay healthy. And I hope that you do the same for your girl over here, okay? And I will talk to you guys next Saturday. Bye.